In today's video, I want to share with you 7 different reasons that I remain mega bullish on Ethereum, why I am continuing to cost average into Ethereum, why I'm continuing to buy oversold dips on Ethereum, why I will continue holding my Ethereum until it achieves a multi-trillion-dollar market cap at some point in the future, at which point I'll be staking that Ethereum that I bought for much less in terms of dollar value than it will be by the time it reaches a multi-trillion-dollar market cap, and just making some sweet, sweet passive income. So in this video, I will lay out the 7 reasons why I am continuing to do this. My name's Lark. Every day I make videos talking about cryptocurrency investing, so if that's a topic that you would like to learn some more about, then make sure that you subscribe to the channel, gently tap on the thumbs up button for the YouTube algorithm, and of course, click on the notification bell to know when I put out a new video. So let's just go ahead and get straight into it. The first reason is the increase of different financial products for Ethereum. We've been seeing Ethereum ETFs getting approved. They're becoming more prevalent. Canada has a few different very popular Ethereum ETFs currently trading on its stock exchanges. Brazil has now approved Ethereum ETFs as well. And there are multiple Ethereum ETF applications currently sitting with the SEC in the USA. Obviously, Canada's important. Obviously, Brazil is important. But for perspective, Canada's 2% of global equity markets. Brazil's around 1% of global equity markets. And the USA is around 54% of global equity markets. So an approval for an Ethereum ETF in the USA, it's going to bring a tsunami of money coming into the markets, coming into Ethereum. Yeah, we're going to talk about Bitcoin ETFs a lot too on this channel. Those will get approved at some point too. They'll probably get approved before the Ethereum ETF does. But an Ethereum ETF is coming. Other countries are already paving the way, which really reminds me, of course, of the gold ETF. The USA was not the first country to approve a gold ETF. Australia actually did it a year before that. So we're seeing smaller economies innovating before the USA finally hops on board and unleashes the money tsunami. As a reminder, when gold got its ETF approved in the USA back in 2004, it resulted in a 7-year, basically straight bull run for gold in which it went up by about 400%. That's coming, and that makes me very bullish on Ethereum because it means we're just getting started in terms of the professionalization of Ethereum with all of these different products being offered for the asset. The second reason, Ethereum is the king of innovation in cryptocurrencies. It does have the biggest developer lead. That's something we've talked about here quite a few times on the channel. It actually has 4 times more developers than the next nearest blockchain, which happens to be Bitcoin. After that, it's just miles and miles ahead. In fact, if you were to combine all the developers from these different chains, combine them all together, Ethereum would still beat all of the other guys combined. That's how many developers have committed to the success of Ethereum. And the release of multiple Layer 2 implementations really underlines the innovational aspects of Ethereum. It's continually moving forward, continually deploying interesting new technology, discussing new ideas, playing with new ideas. It's a very open and collaborative blockchain in that regard. So we have now seen a very, very important thing happen, and that is that Uniswap, the biggest decentralized exchange on Ethereum, they've just announced their integration of Optimism. Now, Optimism is a Layer 2 scaling protocol that kind of just works natively within the Ethereum blockchain. It's already working, of course. The alpha's out there. They haven't released it for a wider public yet, but they do have an alpha that is currently being played with. That alpha release is giving you instant settlement of your transactions on Uniswap. So you're not waiting 5-10 minutes sometimes for Ethereum to process the transaction. Instant. It's very impressive. And currently, and this will go down over time, but currently transactions are costing 1/10 of what they would on the Ethereum main chain. So even in the worst situations, when we see, Uniswap fees spiking up to like $50. Well, optimism's still going to keep it super low. And this is just the early stages. Over time, this is going to get it down to like 1/100th of the cost. This is a big deal. This is a very, very big deal. And in a way, these layer 2 scaling implementations kind of kills a lot of the ETH killers, which are promising to be faster and do more transactions per second. Well, Ethereum's doing that now, which is, of course, why I remain mega bullish on Ethereum. By the way, every single week, my team and I produce Wealth Mastery. It is an investor report primarily for crypto investors. We do talk a bit about stocks as well, but it's mostly a crypto investor report. Every single week, you're going to get so much value. We do an interview with an industry-leading team. So this week we talked to the team from D Travel, which is being launched by the team from Travala, already running a very successful crypto travel site. We also talk about how you can earn a 50% ROI using insurance protocol Bridge Mutual. We have a report on the Solana DeFi protocol Serum. We have 3 hot Cardano-based projects that you should be keeping an eye on. Rect Capital is sharing technical analysis of some big cap coins, and I talk about the upcoming SPACs, Bullish, and Circle, and much more. All of that for less than $10 a week, meaning that Wealth Mastery is the most value-packed and at the same time the most affordable investor report on the market. Click on the link down below to learn more and become a member today. Now let's move on to the third reason I'm very bullish on Ethereum moving forward, and that is the triple halving. The triple halving is coming. This is part of the ETH 2.0 upgrade. Now, currently for Ethereum, we have an annual inflation rate of around 4.5%. But with the triple halving, with this part of the ETH 2.0 upgrade, this is sometime next year, by the way, but with this upgrade that's coming, it's going to reduce the inflation rate of Ethereum by the equivalent of 3 Bitcoin halvings. That's going to happen sometime next year. So we're going to see the annual inflation rate of Ethereum drop from 4.5% down to like 0.5%. That's big. That's big. This is the second biggest blockchain, a blockchain which on many metrics is already surpassing Bitcoin, and it's going to have a triple halving event. That means much less inflation for the asset, which long term, when we start to talk about it, means that the ETH that you have now is going to be a scarcer asset because there's going to be less inflation happening on the network moving forward. And this is especially bullish for Ethereum when we consider point number 4, EIP 1559. This is a very important upgrade coming for Ethereum. It's going to be implemented in August, looking like August 4th at this time. It could fall a little bit on either side if the blocks move faster or slower, but August 4th, that's looking like when it's going to happen. Now, what this does is it burns some of the fees paid for transactions on the network. So over time, we start to talk about Ethereum actually becoming a deflationary currency. Basically, what EIP 1559 is an automated perpetual stock buyback mechanism. It's probably one of the easiest ways to understand it. It's continually buying and removing Ethereum from circulation and burning it. It just goes away. Whew, gone. That obviously, when we start to talk about long-term implications for this asset, we do start to actually see an effect for Ethereum where we have a continually decreasing supply. So not only have the inflation rates gone down massively, right, with the upcoming triple halving, but we're also going to see this incredible deflationary pressure coming in with all of this fee burning happening. So these two things combined are like rocket fuel. It's absolutely crazy when you think about the implication of that for the scarcity of the asset moving forward. The fifth thing that makes me very, very bullish for the future of Ethereum, why I keep buying Ethereum, keep averaging in, proof of stake is coming. Possibly this year. Don't hold your breath on this year, but possibly this year. It's looking like the Ethereum team relatively confident that they can actually successfully pull off a merger of the proof of work chain into a proof of stake chain, essentially ending proof of work mining for Ethereum. And that's a big deal because it completely changes the economics of Ethereum. Plus, it also removes the environmental impact thing where everyone's, oh, Bitcoin's so bad, uses as much energy as countries. Ethereum also uses as much energy as countries, just smaller countries. The Bitcoin network is much more power hungry. But we're just going to get rid of that altogether. The future proof of stake network for Ethereum, I've seen estimates that it would be using as much energy as basically a small American town, like a small one, like a few thousand people, kind of small American town. That's a pretty big difference from its current energy usage of like a small country. Smaller than Bitcoin's country size, but a small country nevertheless. But the thing that really gets me excited is the economic impact of this. Because right now, with mining, essentially what mining is, miners, they mine the coins and they run cash businesses. Miners aren't necessarily all in the business, at least the big miners, right? Some of the home miners might be in the business of collecting coins, but the big miners, those guys are running cash money businesses. They get the Ethereum, they dump it on the open market. They mine it, they dump it. They mine it, they dump it, which creates constant selling pressure for the asset, obviously, and really economically not super awesome. Whereas when we switch to proof of stake, what suddenly happens? We incentivize holding. Because you take your coins, you stake your coins, and then when you get your rewards from staking, what do? Well, you can sell them, of course. I'm sure some people will. That's a totally valid thing to do with your coins. Or you can take those coins, restake them, and make even more money next year. That's pretty powerful stuff. This really just makes a completely different economic incentive for the entire blockchain here, putting a lot more power back in the hands of the people holding the assets versus just the people creating the assets, which is what happens with the miners. Now the holders are also going to be the creators, and it's going to be a fundamental shift in the way we think about Ethereum economics. The sixth reason is, of course, the demand for Ethereum continues to be absolutely incredible. And this goes across a lot of things, but we're going to particularly talk about ETH 2.0. Demand for Ethereum continues to surge. On exchange supplies of Ethereum, they keep hitting new lows. The amount of Ethereum locked in the 2.0 staking contract continues to grow. We now have more than 6.2 million Ethereum locked in the ETH 2.0 contract. Seems that not everyone is sleeping on Ethereum. And of course, considering everything we just talked about, it's very attractive to get into staking on Ethereum. Because again, you're basically getting paid out in this incredible asset with all these amazing features. We haven't even started talking about DeFi and gaming or NFTs or any of that kind of stuff yet. That's all very, very bullish for Ethereum too. But all this stuff is going on the Ethereum blockchain. And you realize that when you stake it, you get paid out in more of these. This would be like going back to when Apple had a similar market cap to Ethereum, so a tenth of the current market cap of Apple, as an example. And if Apple had said, hey, look, guys, we're going to start paying out the Apple dividends in more Apple stocks. And we're also going to implement a perpetual stock buyback mechanism. This is the kind of thing we're talking about here. Ethereum is that innovational. It is the Apple, if you will, of the cryptocurrency space. So this is very bullish to see so many people having that faith and taking the one-way trip into Ethereum 2.0, staking. Number 7, Ethereum has been flipping Bitcoin on so many metrics. And I'll just point out a couple here because there's like a couple dozen that we could talk about, but these are probably two of the biggest ones. So here is a chart showing that Ethereum is now settling 3x more than Bitcoin on chain every single day. So that's absolutely incredible. You can see Ethereum is settling $25.5 billion worth of value every single day. Bitcoin is doing 8.3 billion, which is still pretty good, but it ain't no Ethereum. Holy cow. Another great chart here is this one, which shows that Ethereum is basically crushing it in terms of fees. Now, having big fees is not in of itself an awesome thing, but you can see Ethereum has fee dominance quite a bit ahead of Bitcoin, obviously 5 times more. But what's really, really interesting here is that Ethereum's ecosystem is completely freaking dominating. So these are the top 13 coins here by total fees collected. We can see that, well, one of them is obviously Ethereum. We have another 8 which are Ethereum applications. That's Uniswap v3 and Aave and SushiSwap and Synthetics. We have 2 which are Ethereum sidechain based applications. That's SushiSwap on Polygon and QuickSwap. And then we have the Binance Smart Chain and Bitcoin, the 2 outliers, which are not directly contributing to the total fees on the Ethereum network. And what I really want to talk about here is how incredible it is that the applications are collecting more fees. I mean, Uniswap's getting more fees than Bitcoin. That's incredible. That's actually incredible. And we can see all these major decentralized finance protocols, Uniswap, Aave, SushiSwap, Compound, all these guys, right? Killing it. They're absolutely killing it in terms of fees. These are successful protocols. These are protocols that have made it. They have real economic incentives behind them. This is big and very exciting. So super cool to see it. This is happening. It just shows you the success of the Ethereum network as a whole. So that's very, very cool. Final thoughts here for you. When you understand all of this exciting stuff, it's hard not to be mega bullish on Ethereum moving forward. And it's not an exhaustive list. There's a lot of extra things that I'm also mega bullish on, like decentralized finance in general, which has passed 3 million users. Gaming, I mean, we've seen some incredible crypto games coming out. NFTs are going crazy, etc., etc., etc. Mega bullish, all of that for Ethereum and much, much more, which is one of the reasons that I believe Ethereum is going to be a 5-digit asset. It is going to be a multi-trillion-dollar asset in the future, which is why I just keep on cost averaging in. Anyway, those, of course, are just my 2 gwei for the day. Your question: do you like my reasons? Do you think that these are the reasons why we should be bullish on Ethereum? Or is there another reason why we should be bullish on Ethereum? Maybe something I didn't mention here. Or are you totally not bullish on Ethereum and saying, hey man, look, Ethereum, it's old tech, it's going down. X blockchain is coming up to take it. Polkadot's going to take it. Cardano's going to take it. Solana's going to take it. Curious as well to hear that opinion down below in the comment section. Thanks so much for watching today's video, and peace out till next time.